Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature somewhere. And Starlight loves going to parks, bike trails, and best of all, right out in the middle of nowhere. Yes, in the middle of nowhere, where you don't see any houses, roads, people, dogs, cats go out there. No, but anyway, it's just I love going in the middle of the forest, hearing the birds and the bees and leaves and trees. No, yeah, it is so beautiful when you really get out in the middle of nowhere. And I know that it might not be for all of you, but if I can do it, you can do it, and you'll be amazed of how great you will feel when you get done and when you head out. Starlight never wants to head back out. That's the problem. So anyway, besides getting out I do have a very, very important video today. And if you are new, welcome. And if you are new, you can find me on YouTube, and that is Starlight. And that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, if you want to see a change in the world, be a change in the world, you can help me by liking these videos. That way YouTube will send them out. And it is not all about me. It's if you got kids, it's about your kids, it's your grandkids. Even if you know somebody that has kids, it's their future, because things look shaky out there in this world. But you can actually control the way that is going by the way you respond. So don't be afraid of what's coming. It is good to be wise and know what's happening before it hits, so I don't want to send fear out there at all. It just is good to be informed about what is going on and what's not going on, and not to be into fear. Let love guide you, not fear. And I have to give credit to Infinite Waters Ralph Smart for that, because he taught me that, is to let love guide you, not fear. So if you're watching the news, really to think ahead, and but don't overdo it. Don't get in a panic mode or anything like that when you hear stuff on the news. And anyway, if you are new, hello. I appreciate you coming by, visiting. And like I said, you can give thumbs up. That way it will help all these other people out there that could really use this stuff, this information that I'm about to talk to today about. And besides, you can also share these videos, like with a dog, a cat, your family member, your friends. You got bugs. You got a collection of bugs. Hey, Starlight had a collection of bugs, but they were all dead. So hey, well, if a fly, flies, they, I don't know how many, they see us as I'm a whole bunch of starlights all over, and so they definitely would get a lot to see. So anyway, Starlight's just being goofy with you. But yeah, share these videos. That way other people can get this information. These videos are so important. There's a lot into different ones out that I've made, so anyway, share. And also don't forget the notification bell. That way you don't miss a video. And you can also leave a message down below. Bing, bing, bing. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that really will help me out, so I can get this channel growing, so other people can be informed of the stuff that I have learned throughout my life. So, I went through the pain of learning a lot of stuff to help you out. So, and it's absolutely free to subscribe. Plus, you can also follow me on Instagram, and that's 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman. Anyway, I want to jump right into this video. And, I have been busy for the last 4 days, working on one video, and because it had 4 parts, and it was a challenging 4 days, and I've been having computer issues, as you might notice. My thumbnails and everything had to get changed up, and this is why I need to make this video today. And if you didn't watch the videos that I made the last 4 days, it's the Starlight and Alice in Wonderland, and it's a very important, messed up, crazy story, but that story is absolutely real. Nothing, I don't make up stuff here on this YouTube channel. I could if I wanted to, but this everything that I put out is to the best truth and knowledge that I know and wisdom that I have. So those videos are very important. That like you really got to listen through and watch them in order, because otherwise it's not going to make sense how all this happened if you just watch in the middle of the story. So it is very interesting, the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and a lot of people's lives, not just Starlights, but other people out there that have had a spiritual awakening. And if you don't know what those are, it's like you're waking up to the truth in the world, and the universe, God, has a funny way of waking you up. And I have to say, for me, my past life has been hell. Before I was born, all the way through, and things have gotten better for me because the universe doesn't want me to go that downward spiral like I was going. So, and that's why the universe will put people like me in your path to help you and guide you through this life, to show you that there's more behind the scene, behind the curtain, than what you see with these 2 eyes, which deceive you. It's the 3rd eye is when you get more aware and awake, so that's what spiritual awakenings do, is they wake you up. Even like when COVID came, it shook a lot of people. Didn't it shake you up? Like out of your, it did. This is why I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I am so grateful for Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. He's my mentor, and I thank him so much, because I had a dream a long time ago after COVID. I had my own cleaning business, and I said, hey, I lost all my clients at the time with COVID. I mean, quick. It happened quick. I thought I was going to get lots of phone calls. I thought, wow, my cleaning business is really going to grow. It's going to explode. And, and it all went backwards really fast, really quick, because people were watching the news. I thought I was going to get a lot of people calling my number up, because I thought they would want me in their house to clean those COVID germs, so it went backwards really fast. And I'm hearing, word that there's going to, more than likely be some kind of virus coming back out. So don't be afraid, though. Let love guide you, not fear. Is so important. You got to keep your frequency high, stay in that love frequency, not in the fear frequency. But I'm not here to really talk about that. I just wanted to give a big, huge thank you to Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart, because this is really the reason why I started a YouTube channel, because I did get dreams, and, like I realized, having my cleaning business, if another virus hit, I would be done, like for making money, to be able to live. So, so I ended, where all the money was coming in, I stopped doing that to start a YouTube channel, because I have information, whether, like I've experienced some horrible stuff in my life, or that I learned stuff from Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. So this is, and, I've learned a lot of stuff throughout my life, different ways of experiencing stuff. So these videos are very important. It's not nothing I read in a book. It's stuff that I've experienced in my real life here. So anyway, this is a very serious video today. I'm here because I love you and I want to keep you safe. I want to keep you protected. I want you to know the truth in life. I am not going to sit here and lie to you or make up anything when I make any of my videos. So it is so important that you take this serious. You might be a guy or a girl that already knows about this stuff. Good. What you know, really, you should tell other people. If you know something, it's either you are part of the problem or you're part of the solution. I am part of the solution. That's why I'm having a YouTube channel. This is not a popular topic. Having a YouTube channel is becoming your greatest, be the change that you want to see in the world, or becoming your greatest version that you want to see. These are not popular stuff out on YouTube. I'm not here talking about nonsense. This is about helping, the world out. So not everybody cares about this kind of topic, but you that, especially when COVID came, that might have shook you out of your shoes like it did with me. And that's why I had to, rethink, okay, I did get dreams, visions in the night, and when I studied those, it was let me know that Starlight, you got to do something different. We know you love cleaning, and you love helping families out to have a cleaner home so they can go and they don't have to worry about cleaning their house. They can spend time with their families. But, later on, you're not going to be able to have that business anymore because another virus is going to come, and you're not going to be able to get any money this time like you did last time. I had to get unemployment money because I would not have survived through that time financially at all, because that was my only money coming in. So it is so important that what I'm about to talk to you today, and I really pray that you watch I made videos, and they sound crazy. You might think, what is this crazy chick talking about? I'm not crazy. I'm just waking up. And, about my spiritual awakenings. Those videos are so important. There's information in there. If you watch all the videos in order, there's information in there that you might not even known about, and so today I'm here to protect you as much as I can. You can either take my advice and do something about it, or you could take it and just not even do anything about it, and that will be your own fault later on. And I don't mean that in a threat. I mean that because, hey, I can't force you to do anything. You have a free will. But I am here to let you know, just like I put the video out just now about Starlight and Alice in Wonderland, and that was Alice in Wonderland was a cartoon. So and that's, I kind of named my spiritual awakening after that, because it's really kind of like going down the rabbit hole for having a spiritual awakening, because it wakes you up to stuff. You're like, wow, I didn't know this about me. I didn't know I had power. I didn't know, you don't want to mess with Starlight when she's going through a spiritual awakening, so when I made those videos, I made it as accurate as can be. I did miss a little part on my one video, and I do want to try to add it in. I was having a hard time editing. But anyway, is because I made that video, is that this happened, that video that I made the last 4 days of Starlight and Alice Wonderland, my spiritual awakening from August 15th and 16th of 2022, that happened for real. And so since that day, the universe wanted to let Starlight know that her flat screen TV was being hacked into, and that there was many people watching me. And even though I can't prove it, but ever since that day, I have been having nothing but computer problems with my computer and my phone. And right when I got put in the hospital, when I looked at my cell phone, I realized, oh my, I couldn't believe whoever hacked into all my stuff, they hacked in it so bad that it made me think that my family members were spying on Starlight. My dad can't even see. And when I looked at all my family, I picked him out because he can't even see. And it showed that he had my Gmail account, you know, and that he knew that he was, was allowed to see my photos and videos through my devices or whatever, So I was confused because I knew somebody hacked in all my stuff, and they, like somehow knew that they did this. God knew about this, and that's why I had a spiritual awakening, because, I did stuff in this apartment with, like when I did have sex right in my living room, where all that was being, close up watched, and I didn't know it. So, it is so important that you protect yourself. And these days, kids have cell phones. It's horrible. I don't agree with it. I don't believe that children really ought to have a cell phone until, they get old enough when they are starting to work. I didn't have a cell phone when I was a kid, so I was able to get the kind of, normally, I didn't really get to go anywhere either, except for school, and back home. I didn't have a job. So I don't agree with parents letting their kids have cell phones up until, they're, like when they start a job or whatever, where they, or they start driving a car, then it's really important that they get a cell phone. But then when you have your kids hand them a cell phone, if your kids have a cell phone, I can't stop you from doing any of that. Or if they have a laptop or computer or whatever devices that you have in your house, you really do. You got to understand that you got to protect yourself and your family. Valuable information, that people are hacking into your stuff. I have had like this, really this last month, computer issues going on left and right, having a hard time uploading my videos. People have hacked in my Instagram account. They've hacked in my Facebook account. They stole my identity. I tried to make a video recently about the Matrix, and I'm trying to remember the title of that video, because I do make a lot of videos. It was, oh man, I'm so sorry I can't remember, but maybe it will come to me. It was a Matrix video, and Deja Vu, like a video like that is, when I noticed some strange things in this Matrix itself, I had the worst time uploading that particular video. So I have been being spied on, tracked, and everything on my device, and the reason why I'm making this video is, when this happens and you start, you notice that you, on your cell phone, that, you really got to check out your devices, and I was ignorant of this stuff. I didn't know anything. I was, like about my cell phone. I just recently got this cell phone last year sometime. It's a new cell phone, because my other one was too old. I couldn't do a lot with it. I had to get that 5G instead of the 4G, Things were not functioning right on my old phone. So I didn't know nothing. I just trusted everything on my phone. And I am telling you, you got to check out your phones. Take some time out really to check out all your stuff, like your security, your privacy stuff. Like check and find out how many phones you have on your device. Somebody keeps on hacking still into my phone, my cell phone. Here I have one cell phone, and it shows, I delete them out of my phone. Other people's, it has my telephone number on a cell phone that is not mine, not my location where I live. I can't even pronounce the, like the the town or the city, and it's New York, but I don't live there, but it's my telephone number. They cloned my phone, and so no matter how many times you change the password and all this stuff, they hack right back in it because they have your Gmail account, they have your, it is really crazy how this whole thing works on your devices, your computer, my YouTube channel. That's why I actually have been uploading stuff on my phone, is because I can't seem to get to my YouTube channel on my computer, but it is on my phone. So it's been a real pain, because it was easier for me to just upload everything on my computer, on my YouTube channel. But now the YouTube name that is on my YouTube channel is not my name. It says Starlight on there, but it is not Starlight. It has all my subscribers, the people I've subscribed to on there, but it doesn't have my YouTube channel on there. It disappeared, even though it is on the computer, even though I'm able to upload these things on my phone. But it has really been a nightmare for me as far as technology goes. So it has really forced me to learn how to protect myself, and that is why this video is being made, is because you don't want to be forced to have to go and protect yourself. What you want to do is really do what I've been doing. I was on my phone yesterday, learning how to protect myself. I'm not kidding you, time flies. They say time flies while you're having fun, but that's not always true. I was not having fun, absolutely not. I was on my phone like at 9 o'clock in the morning yesterday until like 1 o'clock, and what was Starlight doing from 9 to 1? I was watching videos of how to stop somebody hacking in my stuff, how to stop people from tracking my phone, and and I was writing notes because I would forget my memories, like I really could use a better memory. I've been like this my whole life. That's why that was part of the reason why I could not really learn anything in school besides the stuff I was dealing with at home. But really, I would read something and would easily forget all that information I just read, at least a good portion of it. And that's why I watch YouTube videos sometimes more than once. I got to drill that in my head, to remember what that person, that deep diver told me, because I don't want to forget. That's why I got sticky notes all in my apartment, because, that's how I could see it. I'm like, oh yeah, stay positive. Like here, I got signs right here. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. All is well. I gotta have this stuff all around. I'm going to be having a guy come in and check my fire alarms in my apartment for this, where I live. And he's going to walk in here like, whoa, like, what is up with this chick, because that's how I am, So this is definitely something you don't want to forget. Really, please, you got kids that has cell phones. I don't agree with that. I can't make you do anything, and it's okay that I don't agree. You're not going to agree with some things I say on my YouTube channel, and that's okay. It's just that I believe that, like when your kids are, got a car, they're on the road, and if something happens, yeah, it is really important for them to have that phone, so they can get a hold of you and get some help. Or if they're out at work, they're going to need a phone, they call their boss and, and all that stuff. So it is important in those areas. But, with the cell phones, there, things could be happening with your kids' phones. And I'm not here to scare you. I'm just trying to help you out. That there's apps on your phone, and I've been learning this the hard way. Google, or even your own, like, your phone company, depending on what kind of, they have all kinds of, like Verizon, Samsung, whatever kind of phone company that you have, sometimes they put these apps on your phone, and if you don't check out your apps on your phone, you could be tracked. If you've been having computer issues or phone issues, you need to go on your Google account, go into security, scroll down. You know how many times I've done this? Scroll down and check out your devices. Are your devices protected? Are they safe? And this is what I've been finding. Somebody's been hacking in my phone almost every day, hacking back into my phone. So it's forced me to check online to find out how to get them to blink out of my stuff. They should not be on my stuff. Why do they want to check my stuff out? Why, like really, but the universe wanted me to see this stuff. That's why I had a spiritual awakening last year, to let me know that I was being spied on and my identity has been stolen. My Google account, they somehow or another changed my Gmail address. That Gmail address is not mine. I don't even know how long ago that happened. I did not make up that Gmail address. That's not my address. So that's what you got to really watch out for. They will change stuff on your like your Google accounts, your devices, even your flat screen TV. You ought to really check these things out. Is how, that's another thing I'm doing one thing at a time. How to stop people on my phone. There was apps on my phone that I had no clue that tracks you. You think that you have it on your phone and you think that, oh, this is to help me out. No, not all those, so if you don't know or recognize what app is on your phone, please get a notebook like I did, get a pen, because it makes life a lot simpler, because that's what I did yesterday for 4 hours. Yes, it's going to take some time, unless you got a good memory and you know exactly what, and then you might be able to, you might be able to do it, like on a way. I actually did all my stuff away from home. It was so funny how the universe set everything up. It rained in the morning where I was going, and so I couldn't do an event where I was going to go and do an event. I was there, but it rained. Like I couldn't do what I couldn't do my yoga or meditation at that time. So I was out, like working on my phone, and it's funny because I had my password book with me, but it's kind of funny is that I was going to use my password book for something else, but the universe wanted me to bring that with me anyway. So it is kind of weird how this happened. And I checked out the apps on my phone. And another thing that you have to be careful of, this happened to me this year, is a radio station. Sometimes they play good music. It was a kind of a mixture, but I kind of was listening to that radio station again, and this is the same radio station that I listened to before through my spiritual awakening when I, and you got to be careful. They got some, and I'm not saying all of them do this, but this is what happened to me, and I got to tell you this, is that some radio stations out there, they want you to win stuff on their radio station, and Starlight was all excited. She could have really used some money, seriously, even though I'm rich and abundant, but hey, it was close to $1,000 I could have won. And so they had me, they did. And it's funny how the universe works, is that the radio station, it was a secret sound, right? And if you could guess, a secret sound, you could win the money. And if nobody actually guessed what that secret sound was, then a car company would add another $50 in there to make it even more. Well, I was so excited every day once I found out about it. I actually had the wrong telephone number. I tried to call up and try to guess that sound, but and I was laughing at some of the other people's responses to what they thought that sound was. I'm like, that's so funny. That doesn't sound like that sound. So it was kind of funny what I was going through. And you had to, how they had this is that It was like at 9 o'clock in the morning, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and 3 o'clock were the three different times that you could call up. And that's how this money was. So if somebody called in the morning and they didn't have the right answer, then another $50. Well, you're getting all excited, it's another $50. Well, then at 1 o'clock, so here I would go to a certain place in the morning at 9 o'clock, or even be at home. A lot of times I would be home at 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I stopped everything. I'm like, ooh, because, I'd had and then it got me to turn my radio on more, so my radio was getting on more. I was listening to this music more that I really should not have been listening to in the first place. Sorry, but, because it has high and low frequencies in there, and so anyway, so all these different times I wanted to make sure I had my radio on, and it takes like so many minutes, for them to actually, sometimes you had to wait after 9 o'clock or wait after 1 o'clock for them to actually make the sound again, and then they would actually let you know, this is the time to call us up, and let us know what you think the secret sound is. And I'm like, oh yeah, so I'm all excited. My heart rate and everything was going crazy. I would get on my phone thinking that they were going to pick up. There's times I thought that they were going to pick up my phone because it was ringing and didn't, go to a busy sign. So you really got to watch out for this stuff on radio stations or wherever in this world, wherever you go and whatever you listen to. And the reason I have to say this is because, find out really, there might have been a lot of real callers calling the station up and stuff like this. After a while, the price got up pretty high, and whoever was giving that money, $50 every time, that it was getting so high that they didn't really want to give any more. This is what they claim, They pretty much was like, we got to do something. So what they did is they said, well, because, people are having a really hard time, and some people guessed the same answer, is they said, hey, what we're going to do is that they had an app, and, and they said, hey, if you want, a clue, we'll give you a clue, and the way you get this clue is that you got to check out this number, and then on that number, it would show you how you can join, and that's what you had to do, I think, is put join on your phone. On that telephone number is put join, and once you did join, you had to agree, and they would send an app on your phone, on your device, so then you would get that secret password, a secret clue for that secret sound. And so then they sent me a message on my phone, and they had me say, if you didn't want this app anymore, that, if you don't want it anymore, all you got to do is type out stop, and that you would opt out of that app. Well, anyway, and it said that you would get messages and all that on your phone if you agreed to having that app on your phone. So it is so weird. I never got messages after they sent, the clue to the secret sound. The clue was it was some kind of hospital. It was something to do with a hospital field, the answer, something with, that kind of stuff, that kind of sound, So I thought it was a medicine cabinet being shut, that's what it sounded like. Somebody guessed it. I'm like, it's wrong, so anyway, I had that on my phone, and so I would be at home at 9, then at 1 o'clock I would go to a park or go to a hiking trail or wherever I was, at 1 o'clock, and then at 3 o'clock, and then every time I'm like, it's 9 o'clock, I gotta stop. I would even pull over on the side of the car, it was ridiculous how Starlight really wanted to win this money, because I was like, I know the answer, I'm so excited, So really, it comes down to it, that was a tracking device on my phone through their app. How do I know this? The universe told me in the middle of the night. I didn't even think anything, I forgot all about the app. Eventually, somebody called up, and how do we really know this person really won any money? Really, you got to ask, really, did somebody really win the money just because somebody called up and they said the same, they could have been the people that created that sound. Like, like if I made the sound, what does that sound like? Because it could have been the person that made the sound to say, yeah, it's a notebook being slapped. So it's kind of, you got to watch out, because that app was on my phone for freaking months, and then somebody on the radio, one of the DJs, was making a joke out of this, but really they were being honest about it. One of the callers said, hey, what are you tracking us with that app? And that's exactly, sometimes the truth is right out there, smack in your face, and you're like, and they were tracking everywhere I was going with my, my phone. And I was sleeping one night and the universe woke me out of my, and then the universe actually not just woke me up and got that out of my phone. The angels I was asking the angels questions. How do I get this? How do I get these people out of my phone? How do I do? I was asking the archangels, the universe questions, and they've been helping me. So they woke me up in the middle of the night. I woke up in the dark in my living room because my flat screen, I didn't want nobody seeing what I was doing. And here I am on my phone, checking it out. And then, the universe was having me check out other apps on my phone, and I couldn't believe how many tracking stuff and stuff that they can actually, I only have one phone, so I don't need an app where somebody close by can steal my information off of on their phone. If a phone is close by to my phone, then they can actually take information off my phone, because things were getting worse and worse and worse. I'm telling you, like I said, my Instagram, my YouTube channel, I've been having, all kinds of internet problems on where I live, and I'm not sure if that's a problem or not. I noticed some stuff that, like email addresses that are not mine, and it makes no sense really with Google. Sorry, Google. But, like when you get logged out of your stuff, or you get out and you change your password, or you don't know your password, or you're having a hard time getting in your accounts, and then it says that you can sign back into your account without a number or an email. Why does that even make sense? Like you don't even have to have your telephone number or your email address. So that's it's like a big, huge door for people to go into your stuff, because they don't need your telephone number, or, it's like, hello, you're not protecting, Google. It is horrible that we're using Google this and Google, and these are the, the ones. It's like the whole Matrix stuff, YouTube, like the YouTube, hello, Facebook, hello, and all these other apps out there that we use, like some people are addicted to some of their apps out there. It is horrible we're using this technology like this, but it can be for good. But you really want to check out your, on your computer, and if you got those speakers like Alexa, I'm telling you, those are spies. If there's a speaker, in your house, those are spies. They're collecting information. And also, they have toys out there. They're really, really sneaky. You got to watch out the kind of stuff you're buying for your kids. My son bought my grandson a little robot. I didn't say anything to my son. I should really tell him, but it's a little robot. He might think his mom is crazy, really. It's a little blue robot, and this is why you got to watch out, is that it has a little instructions with it, and that little robot is that he's got wheels so he can move around on the floor, and it has a speaker in there. Hello, it has a speaker in there, and so you tell the robot certain commands, and the robot hears you, and it will do it. Well, hello. If it hears you talk and it giving a command, isn't it hearing everything else going around in your house? Absolutely. You know, those are little spy devices that they plant right in your house without you even thinking about it. You know, so be really cautious of the stuff that you buy. Really get to find out about those toys out there, if they do have speakers or not. You know, check out your computer. You know, you might, you know, it's going to take time, but you really want to do this now before your identity gets stolen like mine is. You know, they've hacked into all my stuff. They got my social security number, my address, my telephone number. They were fine. They knew where I was going in my car. You know, Find Your Car app. You know, check that out. Should you really have that baby on? Check it out. You gotta really take time out. You know, I was being tracked with my phone, because wherever, you know, like I go with my car, you know, people, you know, like that's a very I'm a female, you know, there's some people that would love to stop me making a YouTube channel. So you really got to keep yourself safe and your kids. You know, you don't want your kids, you know, I'm not trying to scare you, but really, you know, they could be tracking where your kids go, and they do have this stuff going on. And, you know, especially your location on your phone. You know, I had that on my phone before, you know, had my location on, you know, when I was in the hospital. I took pictures, and if you don't know this stuff, is I took pictures of myself at a park or whatever, made very beautiful videos years ago. And, you know, one day I tapped onto my picture, and I'm like, huh, and my son was with me, you know, I was visiting with him. And I'm like, huh, this is so weird. They actually knew where I was when I took that picture. So you got to really check your camera app and your microphone app. Is there anybody listening to your devices on your apps? Starlight had all kinds of funky stuff. You know, the universe was guiding me to help me to understand this stuff so I could protect myself. That's why I had this spiritual awakening in 2022, is because I didn't know. You don't really want to be having sex in front of your flat screen TV with a whole bunch of people staring at you and watching you, do you? You know, or your information about your credit cards. You know, those devices hear what you are talking about and saying, you know, so you do have to really be careful. They have so many apps out there that Google creates, or even the phone company, you know, like whatever, you know, the company where you get your phone from, they put these apps in your phone, but you got to check those apps out. Take some time out. Make sure your stuff is accurate. Make sure your phone is updated. You know, these are the things I was learning yesterday. I wrote a whole bunch of notes down, but now I got to do, you know, like now I got to take action, do all those things. There's some great videos out there. I wish I knew the guy's name, but they made a great video. They were really thorough. They went through a whole lot of stuff on YouTube. Thank you. I subscribed to them. I liked their videos. They were so cool. I loved how they did everything. They took their time. They weren't so quick and rushing through. They were really thorough with what they were talking about. So I love all of you. I really want to keep you safe, your privacy safe, your children safe, even your pets safe. You know, I do. I love you. And this is a long video, but you know, this is important. This is no playing around stuff. This is not made up stuff. Really take the time out. If you don't take the time out, it's your own fault. It's not mine. I told you. You know, later on I'll be saying, I told you so, you know, when things go upside down and you're trying to figure out how come people are tracking you, because it's in your phone. You know, it's in your devices. You know, you could have more than one phone on your, you know, you could have another devices on your phone that you're not even aware of. Somebody could, you know, and that's exactly, even my computer here. It was you know, another person hacked into, you know, my laptop. You know, so you really want to protect yourself, your address and all that stuff, all your private information. You know, so I do. I love you. You can give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video, please, with a friend, a family member, a cat, a dog, a I don't know. Let me see. What kind of animal do you have? Let me see. Trying to think what that thing is called. Um, Hamster? Not a hamster. Um, oh, you have a pet spider. Wow. I can't remember this other name, but they look like a little rock and they hide underneath it. I can't remember the name of those things. Those are cool looking. I've seen a lot of those house cleaning. But spiders, Starlight loves spiders. I never got to hold on to those big, huge, hairy ones. Woohoo! But I would, so anyway, you could share it with your spider friend. And also, you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget the notification button. You can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. Plus, you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So I really, I'm telling you, you got to make time for this. If you already know about this stuff, great, you're ahead of it all. But really, take some time out, check out your devices, Google it, Google how and clear your history. Get in that, and I just learned about this, is to where you can have privacy on your searches and all that stuff, so they don't know what you're searching up, because if they know what you're searching, then they know how to, it's horrible. It's a shame that these people are out there. They're all over out there. People can hack into your stuff if you're in a park. They're close enough to your phone. That's how hard this is bad. So you want to really take those extra steps. Find out, or even if you got to be careful who you trust with your phone to use them too. Make sure not just anybody plays with your phone. They can add stuff on your phone without you even knowing. So, really protect your stuff, protect your family. And I love you. This is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.